There are rumblings in the Western Pacific. Beijing may be attempting to break through the Washington-led strategic containment in the region. China's most advanced amphibious assault vessel, a Type 075 Yushen-class amphibious assault ship, has been spotted in the region. It is the first such sighting in a year. Wasting no time, Taiwan's President Lai Ching-te has already accused China of military expansionism soon after sighting the vessel. My colleague Hem Kaur tells you more.
Let me tell you more about Beijing's 075 vessel class and why alarm bells are ringing across the West and especially Taiwan. Now, the Type 075 is the People's Liberation Army's latest and largest class of landing helicopter dock amphibious assault ships. It displaces 3,500 tons and measures around 780 feet long. Propulsion is provided by 4 diesels powered by 2 crews, enabling a top speed of about 24 knots. The 075 class has a full-length flight deck that allows 6 helicopters to take off at a time. It has the capacity to carry 30 helicopters. This can also include a mixed transport helicopters, unmanned drones, even attack helicopters. An array of ground equipment and vehicles ranging from trucks and amphibious assault vehicles to artillery and main battle tanks can be carried and deployed via the well deck as well. These warships can reportedly transport between 800 to 1,200 troops, but some Marines say that this number may be as high as 1,600. The class features extensive medical and hospital facilities on board and also serves as an amphibious fleet flagship. The class boasts multiple sensors and radars and a shipboard electronic warfare suite with electronic support measures, electronic countermeasures and decoy launchers. Self-defense weapons include 2 short-range surface-to-air missile launchers, 2 close-in weapon systems for point defense, and anti-swimmer or anti-sabotage launchers as well. The 075 class could play a key role in a potential military campaign against Taiwan. It could also be converted into drone carriers. This was designed to allow aviation and amphibious forces to operate from sea to shore. It's also capable of supporting those forces while ashore. The Type 075s began entering service in 2021. First-in-class Hainan carrier number 31 was commissioned in April 2021. The sister Guangxi number 32 was commissioned in December 2021. The third unit of the class, that's the Anhui, that's number 33. It was commissioned in December 2023. And there's a fourth sister as well, which was launched in December 2023 as well.
Volker Stanzel is a former German ambassador and a senior distinguished fellow at the SWP. Mr. Stanzel is now joining us live from Berlin. Welcome to the show. Analysts say deployment of PLA's Type 075 warship signals Beijing's ability to break through potential Western naval containment. What are your thoughts on that statement and China's latest maneuvers?
You mean the statement by the president of Taiwan, is that right?
The statement that I just made.
Yes, well, on the one hand, of course, China, not only in the East China Sea and the South China Sea, tries to become as much a military power as it is economic power. You can see that by the way it increases its armament budget. You can see that from the fact that it has a large military basis in Djibouti. You can see that from maritime maneuvers it conducts as far away as the Mediterranean and the Baltic Sea. But the waters near to China are a different matter. And there you have not only the Taiwan problem, you have the territorial claims of Taiwan, of the People's Republic of China. Now, a few years back, the International Tribunal of the Law of the Sea has declared that China has no basis at all for its territorial claims. Still, China pushes ahead, militarizing shoals and islands and rocks in the sea, and at the same time pushing against the other countries neighboring the South China Sea. This has led already to confrontations. And that is why some of these states, mainly nowadays the Philippines, have sought a closer security cooperation with the United States, which again motivates China to show that it is not backing down, but that it is pushing ahead. And now you have the Taiwan problem entering the whole scene. And here China tries to show that it is not only not backing down, but that it is conducting an offensive policy, an aggressive policy, by sending ships like the assault ship you just spoke about into the region and into the waters near Taiwan and near Japan, by the way, and sends planes across the waters around Taiwan and near Japan again. This is, for one thing, is that this, of course, might lead to a mishap, a misunderstanding that ends in a confrontation that nobody really wants. On the other hand, it also may have a political impact. You see, in Taiwan, the domestic scene is not a clear one, and from the point of view of Beijing, if you push enough, maybe the Taiwanese population, which at present by 70% declares itself not to be Chinese, might have doubts about refusing the Chinese offer, in brackets, to reunify the fatherland. So there is danger, which is of a general matter, general character, from the expansionism, as Lai Ching-te correctly called it, that China pursues. And there is the danger that is hidden behind the Chinese policy towards Taiwan, which we cannot yet really fathom, but which we find as very risk-prone. And that is why it is good that Lai Ching-te issued the warning that you spoke about.
Mr. Stanzel, very quickly, it's been more than a year since a Type 075 was last spotted in the Western Pacific near the first island chain, which is a series of archipelagos running from the Japanese mainland through Taiwan and the Philippines off the mainland of Asia. Why do you think the Chinese chose to conduct the drills now?
At the present time, you see that the domestic politics of Taiwan are not clear-cut. Unlike, let's say, 5, 6, 7 years ago, you have very different groupings in Taiwan, and that may lead Beijing to suspect that if there is enough pressure exerted from the People's Republic, that the mood in Taiwan will change, and that more and more people will maybe think it advantageous to at least negotiate with the People's Republic about what the People's Republic wants, which is unification. So this may be, from the point of view of Beijing, the right moment to increase the pressure it exerts against Taiwan.
Mr. Volker Stanzel, thank you very much for your insights and for talking to WION World is One today.
You're welcome.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.